What is a seller's concession? What Louisville home sellers need to understand before they start negotiating. Hi, I'm David Hiddle, your real estate specialist doing business as Shop Kentucky Homes LLC with United Real Estate Louisville. And if you are selling a home in the Louisville area, there's one term that comes up a lot during negotiations and at the time of offer, and it confuses a lot of sellers, and it's called a seller's concession. So, depending on how this is handled, a seller's concession can either help your home sell faster or quietly cost you thousands of dollars without you even realizing it. So, in this video, I'm going to explain what a seller's concession actually is, when buyers usually ask for them, how they affect your net proceeds, and how to decide whether offering one makes sense. So let's break this down. First off, what is a seller's concession? Well, a seller's concession is when the seller agrees to contribute money towards the buyer's closing costs or prepaid expenses. So instead of lowering the purchase price of the home, the seller gives the buyer a credit at closing. This money is usually used toward things like loan fees, title and escrow costs, prepaid taxes or insurance, or sometimes even interest rate buy downs. So for instance, if your home is under contract for $300,000 and you agree to a $6,000 seller concession, you are still selling your home for $300,000, but you are giving the buyer $6,000 back at closing, which means your net proceeds are effectively reduced by $6,000. So why do buyers ask for sellers' concessions anyway? Well, they typically ask for one main reason. They are short on cash. So even buyers who qualify for a loan may not want to bring a large amount of money to closing. In today's market, concessions are often requested when interest rates are higher, like they are now. Buyers are using low down payment loans, such as FHA. The home has been on the market for a while, or the buyer wants help buying down their interest rate. This isn't necessarily a bad thing. In many cases, a seller's concession can make your home more affordable for the buyer and help you attract stronger offers. But this is the important part that sellers miss. Here's what a lot of sellers don't realize. Sellers' concessions are not free. Every dollar that you give away in a concession comes directly out of your bottom line. And sometimes a concession can be worse than a price reduction. For example, lowering the price of your home by $5,000 reduces your sales price. Offering a $5,000 concession keeps the price high but reduces your net the same amount. The difference is how it affects appraisal, buyer financing, and future negotiations. In some cases, a concession can even cause an appraisal problem if the price looks inflated compared to the market. So, are there any limits to these seller concessions? Yes, and this is very important. Most loan programs limit how much a seller can contribute. Those limits usually depend on the loan type, the buyer's down payment, and whether the home is their primary residence or an investment property. If a concession exceeds what the loan allows, the buyer may not be able to use all of it, which can lead to renegotiating the contract, rewriting the offer, or delaying the closing. And this is concessions should always be reviewed very carefully before accepting an offer. When selling concessions can be a smart strategy. So sellers' concessions can actually be very effective when used correctly. They are often helpful when you want to attract more buyers, your home has been on the market longer than expected, buyers are rate sensitive, or you want to avoid reducing your list price. In some markets, offering concessions can generate more showings and stronger offers than simply cutting the price. But they should always be part of a strategy, not a reaction. So seller's concessions are one of the most misunderstood parts of real estate negotiations. They can help your home sell faster, they can help buyers qualify, but they can also quietly reduce your bottom line if you are not careful. So if you are selling a home in the Louisville area and you are reviewing an offer that includes a seller concession, I strongly recommend understanding exactly how it affects your net proceeds before you agree to anything. I am David Hiddle, real estate specialist doing business as Shop Kentucky Homes LLC with United Real Estate Louisville, and I'll see you in the next video.